Look at this, folks. Living out here, I get to see beautiful sunrises, sunsets, and the moon on the river every day, every night. And talk about healing. Not only have I taken my health back with my diet and my training, but my mental health too. The two are so important together. Amazing. Beautiful healing spot out here. Fuck, man. I think I took too much caffeine today. I am ready. I have the 1,000-yard stare. Well, we're rocking a little bit of Testament here today, friends. So the song of the workout is Jun Jun from the Testament album Demonic. So I'm going to be also posting a little bit about some of the songs I like listening to. On the menu today are box squats. So a lot of you guys probably are learning now that, I have some hip issues, so keeping my hips really strong is a very, very important part of my routine now. I had a hamstring tweak last week, so I posted my hamstring workout last week where I had to work around it, my quad workout. So box squats, these are very interesting. I didn't know a lot about them until I actually learned how to do them properly a few years back during my powerlifting heyday, which was a very brief heyday. But so again, when I warm up, I go super light and I take my time. I do a lot of reps and really warm up. I couldn't give a fuck about what other people in the gym think. I'm not an ego lifter. I'm sure I had my period of time where I was. I am not now. I want to be healthy, strong, functional, mobile, flexible. So, the box squat. I see a lot of people doing them wrong, and I'm sure a lot of you will think that I'm doing them wrong. So, foot positioning and how you use your feet is very important. I have some videos where I use a better view of my feet to explain what I'm doing. I sit back into the squat, but not all the way back. Again, I'm always watching the compression of my lower back. I have my legs out, so I'm really emphasizing my hips. And when I come up, it's like that last big thrust during a sexual climax. You're giving that last big one, thrusting your hips forward. You do that for 10 reps with the bar. If you've never done them before and you're doing them properly, you're going to start feeling a burn. So these are in my routine. Again, it's kind of a weird camera angle, but here I'm trying to show a little bit more of my feet. I go on the outside portion of my feet when I do them. I see a lot of people not do them properly. So you can see here, move my feet out a little bit. Yep. Just on the outside of my feet when I'm doing them. Head up and thrust forward. Okay. So again, you guys, I put out a video recently about why I don't deadlift anymore and some of the hip issues I had pertaining to that. I know what it takes to have to try and maintain my hips deadlifting heavy, and that's just not part of my goal anymore. It's too bad. It would have been neat to see what I could do, but I'll also be honest with you guys, seeing that video of Nick Best a few years ago tear his lat deadlifting 800 and something, that really freaked me out too, and that's another reason I decided to say, I'm going to pack that in. Okay, so here I am again. Again, I'm fortunate. I'm in a little community gym. People leave me alone. The owner is very silly. So here I am, 10 reps, really getting a burn. My hamstring actually felt surprisingly good after the tweak last week, so I was very happy with how it had come along in a week. Again, a lot of people just bowl through everything. I did not. I was like, oh man, I tweaked my hamstring. So I took care of it, and I was very careful in my workouts around it, and it's ready to rock again. So I'm slowly adding weight. Again, I don't go anything too crazy for these, but man, your hips really feel good when you get the blood in them and they get warmed up. And it's very important to stretch them out after. I have a video on stretching. That's going to be our end video topic today. So I just keep adding some weight. I don't know what happened there. It's not that the weight was heavy. Don't panic. Okay. So, video editing thing here. I don't know what the hell's going on. God, get it in gear you. Oh, okay, yeah, I hit the power rack and knocked the video sideways. Okay. So it's just a plate aside. 10 nice reps. I haven't done these in a while. So as you guys know, I don't do the same workout routines every week. I'm more of an instinctive trainer, and I like to switch things up all the time to keep my body guessing. Okay, so I think I get... What are you looking like, you old fat bastard? What do you look like you're straining for? Okay, now here, this is an exercise I love doing. We do a lot of Bosu ball work. I learned a valuable lesson on this day, guys, and I want to share this with you so it saves you guys from potential serious injury. So I'm on the ball, right? Doing some goblet squats, right? Like everything else, I start light. I messed the cadence up here. I slowed it down a little bit just to keep the legs guessing. Something that I like to do often with squats, instead of loading the bar up with 600 or 700 pounds, slow the speed down sometimes. Stop in the middle of the squat. Hold it there. Okay? No problem. So I'm just doing some goblet squats here. Shaking a little bit. But that's good. Good for the stabilizers. Good for the hips. So we're going a little heavier. And where is it? So normally I just stay on the gym floor, but for some reason yesterday I had to use the bathroom in between sets, so I ran upstairs to pee really quickly, but on the way upstairs, you go by the entrance area, and there was sand on the floor. So I got sand on the bottom of my shoes. So I'm on here, and I don't know, there's one set here where I start to slip, and I'm like, man, that's nasty. You could tear a quad doing that. That could be a very, very serious injury. I think the only thing that could be worse than a pec tear is a quad tear. So maybe it must be this set. Okay, getting on the Bosu ball. And I'm sure it's this set I start to slip. And I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, I got to tell everyone about that. You can't do that. That's not good. You don't want to, I think it's here. So I'm like, oh, shit. Just do a few more reps, finish your set without tearing anything, and move on. So be very careful of having any sand on the bottom of your shoes when you're doing Bosu ball squats, okay? So, one-legged leg extensions. I think maybe I'm doing 20 reps, but then I think I do some static holds, one leg. So if you have any knee injuries or knee problems, sometimes when you do leg extensions at the same time, both legs, you don't notice it, but you come down to one leg and you're going to notice if your knee has any problems. So my left knee has a bit of junk in it. I had a football injury from years ago, but who gives a shit? We're moving forward here. So here I'm keeping count to the beat of the drums. So I'm doing it to a count. So if you're listening to metal, it's going to be kind of funny. You're going to have to count really fast. Okay, same thing. Go to the other leg. I use knee sleeves. I like to keep my knee joint nice and warm. Maybe that's a mental security thing. Not sure. Here are the little metal rod for the selector for the weight stack. It was clanging and banging. It was driving me nuts. So I said, I'm just going to hold this thing. But so this is another great exercise too. I remember I'm feeling the junk in my left foot. I'm holding it for a static hold. Keeping count to the music. Grooving to whatever it is. But every day, every workout, I'm going to post a song of the workout. Okay, I actually like a lot of different types of music. Funny story about music that I'm going to tell you towards the end of this video that happened this day. There was a friend of mine, she was working out at the same time. And I'll tell you in a minute or two. Okay, so here we are again. Just like everything else I do, I start light, just keep adding weight. I don't rest in between sets. Very little, if at all. Feeling the burn. Wow. Come on, you fat bastard. What are you doing? And the other leg. This was another great one. I definitely remember feeling the junk in that left knee, for sure. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Use Scotch tape. Just keep going. And the burn, and I'm holding it. And what do I do here? Okay, another set. Now again, sometimes when you're used to going right leg, right leg, left leg. Well, when you do that, switch it up. Instead of going right leg, left leg, left leg, go right leg, left leg, left leg, right leg. So it's confusing your muscles, confusing your nervous system because it gets used to that pattern. Okay, so a bit more weight on the stack, and I'm trying to hold it. Good way of activating the quads. You can see beside this machine, there's a leg press. I've never been a big fan of the leg press, guys. I don't know, it just never been my thing. I'd rather just do squats. Leg extensions have always been handy. They have their place for sure. But when I had my hamstring tweak last week, you saw in the video, I did use the leg press, but it's just never been one of my favorite exercises. We're all built differently. We're all different people, so. And I'm continuing on. I'm probably going to do a static hold here at the end. And then what I do right away, I don't know if it's after this set, I just put the stack way heavier, and then I just do a one monster static hold. Now I get up and, what am I doing? Okay, here we go. So I'm picking my song, and I put the weight stack up quite a bit, and I'm doing a static hold. And I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it, fight it. Fight it. Come on, you old fat bastard. Looking around, huh? Okay. And feeling the burn. I'm actually kind of color coordinated, which I'm kind of proud of because I'm usually not. And I don't really give a fuck if I'm color coordinated anymore. So. Hey. Better talk to my brother. I got shit to do. I'm doing cardio. You know what it's all. Here I am doing a final set. I'm going to see if I can do 50 body weight or 60 body weight squats in a row. I'm using a new controller to turn it, a Bluetooth controller for my phone, and for some reason it didn't go on. But you can see there, I was making fun of the owner because he's very silly. He has a silly low intensity workouts. And he's on his treadmill texting all the time, so I bust his balls about it. So okay, now this is our end of video discussion. We need to talk about stretching because stretching is something. In my 20s, I didn't work out in my 30s, but in my 20s and even as a teenager, I neglected a lot. I remember even when I played football in high school, it was kind of annoying. I hated stretching, but there's value in it now. I learned about that in my 40s, but now especially in my 50s. So I take 10, 15 minutes before every workout. I stretch out, stretch my hips, stretch my legs, and after every workout as well, okay? My hips were in such bad shape at the end of May, but now they're so much better. But you have to stay on top of it when you get older. If you get away from it, it's amazing how fast you lose things. In your 20s, you can get away from working out for a few months and you come back to it, no problem. So here I am doing, is it the cat? I don't know. It's a yoga pose. But yoga's got a lot of good purposes too. Good benefits to it. I'm trying to keep this video pretty quick because I don't want to bore you guys looking at my fat ass or fat gut stretching. But really working on the hips and some hamstring stretches here. But I encourage you guys really to get into stretching. Okay, again, it's going to help you be more resistant to injuries, and you're going to be a lot healthier. It's going to help you maintain your body. It's a pain in the ass, but you know what? I sure like it after. It's good stuff. So, yeah, do your stretching. I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you guys. And what am I doing here? Okay, this is a very important one. Piriformis stretch. Okay, this is another area of my hips that I have a lot of problems. This is a great hit. This is a great stretch for my piriformis, and give it a good stretch on each side. You can pull it tighter with your hands. And this one as well, the other leg. So normally my stretching lasts a little longer, but for the camera, that's it. You guys get to see me rolling around at the bottom there. And that's another thing, when you're heavier and you get older, it's that lack of mobility when you're on the ground. You really feel like a turtle on your back. I don't like that feeling, so I've been working on that. But as I keep losing weight, keep working on my flexibility, my mobility, I will get it back. It is amazing. When you've let yourself go and you're trying to get back in shape at 50, it is no joke. That's why you don't see a lot of people at 50 years old in really good shape. For some people, even if they were in shape when they were younger, they let themselves go, and it's just, for most people, it seems too far to come back from, but I will see this through. All right, guys, remember, this is my therapy. Like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you next time.